and it's a special episode.
Why do you keep calling it a special episode?
Because we're gonna let them in on some of our.
The whole podcast is about us. So
Yeah, but this
why
is
is this special? Because it has to do with what you like
what I like.
to talk about it.
I don't think we ever
It's
really
special
talked
to
about it
him.
like that.
We talk about it all the time.
Well, it's our first time talking about it on here, and that's why it's special.
This is our coming out party. It is special.
So
this is our coming out party.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. We
Yes,
should have got balloons.
yes. That's what happened. People come out.
Wow. No.
Coming out.
I want the world to know.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, that song was perfect for this moment. We should play that.
So, what we mean by coming out, we mean that we're in a very particular community, we will say, of people that do certain things when it comes to their or our. We're gonna get hit with one of those thingamajiggies. Yeah, play that one. We're gonna get hit with a content thing.
We do not own the rights to this music.
That's not gonna help us. They're gonna be like, bloop, bloop. We're gonna get a community strike.
I thought you had to say that.
I mean, that's on social media platforms.
This is on social media platform. We do not own the rights to I'm Coming Out.
We don't. But anyway, so since you want to interrupt me.
I'm sorry, it was a perfect song for the moment.
All right. Me singing it wasn't good enough?
You didn't even, you said, I'm coming.
That's all I know.
Exactly.
Well, you knew what I was talking about.
I want the world to know.
All right, since you want to talk so much, you go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Nope, I'm not doing it. You go ahead, and this is you go.
I'm not coming out.
What you mean not coming out? I mean, you initiated this thing. I mean, this all you brought me into the world as others was told, you know. So I mean,
what do you mean? As others were told, that's the truth.
I mean, it is the truth. Exactly.
No, that's not the truth.
It's too late.
It's elective. No, because wait, let's dissect this for a second, and y'all will understand once you hear. You've done it before me. Not going
to those events and being a part of it. I never went to those. Don't try to switch it up now. Don't try to find it.
I'm just saying you weren't new to this. You weren't thrust in it. You weren't brought into it. It's not something that was unheard of completely to you. You dibbled and dabbled.
But not in the experience, not experienced the whole
extent of the lifestyle.
Yeah, not experiencing other people that's been doing it and, you know what I'm saying, integrating myself in it like that.
Or just being in that element that you've been experiencing.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, it's a secret. My big secret. Nobody knows ever. So, this is a coming out to the world for me too.
Okay, so
I came out to Quan only.
So I mean, you told other.
Maybe no, I told you this is my secret life.
No, was it meaning other people before me that you might have been like?
But we didn't go to know about the life.
I know that actually.
This was my full. I actually came out to you like about going to those parties and going and doing those things and having those experiences.
Yeah.
You're the only person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That knew.
Well, okay.
And now we're coming out to the world. Let's say we're going from like crawling to like running.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the politically correct term, which would be swinging.
We're all right. So I don't like labels. Let's not say we swing.
So I think as a whole,
mm-hmm.
the whole genre or the whole community are just classified as swingers to be like. Keep it general and
okay.
But it's more than just that, and we wouldn't consider ourselves swingers because in our mind and.
Well, we'll go into that because we have to explain it a little bit. So
I was going to explain it. So in our mind, like swinging is a couple switching,
completely swapping. So it's a couple. You're swapping. It's called swapping. It's when
full swap.
You trade partners or in a group setting, you swap partners and have intimate time in front of each other and with each other and.
Yeah, so that's not really what we're into. You know what I'm saying? We're more into adding a third female.
Mm-hmm.
So
not in a polyamorous way, though.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what a lot of people assume about the lifestyle is that it's a whole other girlfriend.
Yeah, swinging and poly is like two different worlds.
They're not in the same at all.
Exactly.
At all.
Some people are looking for a person to add into their relationship. Mm-hmm. We're not, Mm-hmm. And that's a poly thing.
It is a poly thing, and it's
Yeah, so we're more into occasionally, adding a person to our life.
A female. Don't say person.
Female. Yes.
With that being said, upon meeting Quan, this was something I was very open about and honest about in my experiences in going to these parties. I was usually the third person added in to other female couples.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, that add-on person into the couple is called a unicorn.
Unis, the unicorns of the world.
They're called unicorns because they're pretty elusive. Yes. And they're hard to come by. Because I think there's more of, it's two people that got to decide. So both partners have got to kind of like agree on the person first of all. And when you come across one, and that could, one person could be like, no, I'm not really into that person, and then
there's a lot of factors that go, a lot of opinions, a lot of feelings. Yes. It's a very complicated, I think, situation.
It's kind of complicated.
It is very,
it can get complicated.
It shouldn't be.
It can. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but it can. I mean,
it can get complicated, but I don't think it should be.
It should be. It shouldn't be, but you got to think of so many there's personalities and then attitude. So a lot of stuff that goes along with it when it comes to finding the chemistry or just finding everybody that clicks. So it's not always on the unicorn, but at the same time, the unicorn holds the power, holds the control. So
unicorns in our lifestyle, they are what every couple is looking for. Unicorns have an understanding. There is a level of knowing and respect that they know how not to cross a boundary with the other partner. They know that it is not a relationship. It is literally, they're just coming in and hooking up with y'all, but not getting attached. They're not adding themselves in or crossing any lines and boundaries.
Trying to be divisive and go in there and split people
up. It's
up,
usually a woman who likes women more, and then is willing to just have that fun play together.
And not always together. Sometimes the guy just like to watch, or maybe it's whatever you're into, and you just got to be clear about what you're into, and then
and open and honest about your boundaries in that moment, because in the moment things change too.
Yeah.
Very, very, very often. So you learn, you're in this lifestyle, I think every time or every party, every experience, or even every day, you kind of learn about yourself. You learn about your own sexuality. You learn about your own boundaries. You learn about
your partner,
the trust that you have, and what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. Because initially, we started off with so many rules.
Yeah.
I had clear set guidelines that this was not happening. This was my first time going into the swingers club and party with a man, not even just a man, but my golden, lovely, I'm crazy for. So, and not even just that, but then I was with females, completely different, being with females and men, 100%. So it was a whole new dynamic.
Yeah.
So I had mad rules.
Yeah, and it was it's like a filling out thing too. It was
and I learned that those rules went out the window because they all adjusted.
Yeah.
And after experiencing our first hookup together as a couple, I made some more rules.
Yeah.
Because of the person that we hooked up with. Made a bunch more rules. And then we had went to our first swingers club together.
Yeah.
And then threw a bunch of rules out the window because I learned that it was just specifically that person I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
But when it was in a scenario where it was someone that I love one night stands. I love a hookup. Because I don't ever want to see her again. And if I do see her again, just for that hookup. I don't like.
Yeah, the courting.
I don't court.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at it.
And
so
we
went to our first swingers club, and my rules went out the window because I know now what I'm willing to do and what I'm willing to let him do and what he's willing to let me do, I guess.
And sometimes that's counterproductive when it comes to the unicorns, because the unicorns control the power pretty much when it comes to
I'm not good with them.
Deciding. So it's the unicorn's I'm a unicorn and I'm accepted everywhere I go.
I can get whatever man, couple, or single one I want.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with you just calling me and treating me like
answering me when you want. No, that's not true, because I'm I spoil people. That's not true.
But when when it comes to the unicorns, when
I'm a
you want something,
materialistic
is when you want
gift
something.
giver. My love language is gifts.
Yes,
For all
that's
the unicorns
literally.
that may see this, I give gifts. I'm not good at texting. I'm not good at caring about your feelings. My love language is giving gifts. Sorry.
Well, is that only when you want something though? Like you say, hey, we're free tonight. You know, we go.
If they call me and ask me for something,
Oh,
you know me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
My love
of course.
language is being able to provide you. Like if you're gonna come meet up with us, we're paying for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
I will get you the fucking penthouse suite if we're hooking up.
Yeah, so.
But I don't care about how your day at work is going. Tomorrow.
Sad.
And your Uber's on the way because I'm done.
Right.
But okay, so maybe counterproductive.
Sometimes it can be counterproductive. I mean, like you said, as soon as the unicorn turns his nose up at something, you know, he's taking her horn and she's out of there. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but that's okay. But again, all right.
It's okay. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, you know.
He wants to keep a unicorn. See that reel you guys saw where he was mad that it was my fault we couldn't get a unicorn. Now you get it because
you can't treat a unicorn like a horse.
He wants me to be like.
You can't treat a unicorn like you call unicorns for a reason. Yeah. All right.
Listen.
You know, well,
if they don't know, if they don't accept who I am and how I am, then they're not the one.
That's true.
And I'm not willing to compromise that. So
what are your the pluses, like the positive, the pros?
To our life?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my favorite pros of that lifestyle, and you know this, is being around swingers or any swingers clubs or any swingers events is freeing. There's just, you walk in and there's pure positive energy. And for me, I don't think I've ever had a place in the world other than in those moments, in those parties, where I feel like I can be safe in lingerie or safe in being who I am, and you know, just even just going to the event. It's not just straight hookups.
Yeah,
it is fun. It's really a lot of fun.
And with that being said, it's like maybe the misconception of, you know, these parties and the life is like everybody's just
literally, you're walking in and there's just sex everywhere.
Yeah.
Sex. And that's not the case.
It's not necessarily the case. You know what I'm saying?
It's a community.
It's like
of people that are like-minded, but understand that we're not all like-minded. But it's okay.
Yeah.
We accept you anyway as who you are.
And it's cool just to ask. Simply ask.
Just to talk.
Simply ask is this okay? Is this boom boom? And you're gonna get an answer, and then you respect it. It's basically that's how it goes.
Consent.
You know.
That is my favorite plus too.
And like we said, it's not like a free for all, you know, raunchy, crazy. Some people go there and just watch. They go there with their significant other and just, you know, look around and get you know, maybe it boosts their sex life up when they go home. That's okay too. Some people want to just go there.
Some people do it for the friends.
Just do it for
Like we know a lot of people who have made lifetime friends off of this.
Yeah.
Like, mad years of friendships started from one party, and then they are friends, like good friends. Like just to have someone that understands another side of you or the real side of you. Yeah, it's crazy.
But if you do want to go there and just take your clothes off and walk around, it's okay. Nobody's gonna say anything. Nobody's gonna look at you crazy. No matter what your weight or height or whatever, and body hair, nobody's gonna like care. So that's really the
that's my first positive.
Yeah, that's what is really good about it. You know, you go into basically what's the word we look for? Like free, like what we call it, free, like a
it's like a nudist colony.
Not necessarily a nudist colony, but it's like a judgment free party.
Exactly. It's literally like you're walking into a community or a group of people who just, no matter what weirdness you're going in looking like or doing, they're gonna accept that. And they're not gonna look at you in a judging way. They are gonna allow you to be in your tutu, in your birthday suit. They're gonna allow you to have sex on the floor if that's what you feel. Whatever you feel.
Sex on the dance floor, go right ahead. It's okay.
They're genuinely they're genuinely accepting you for who you are and what you're choosing to do, without judgment. And I'm sure there are people who judge, of course, but it's all about respect and consent, and they're also friendly and they're willing to be open-minded. My big thing is that they're open-minded. I love open-minded people, even though you don't agree with a certain or have the same views. They'll still be open to asking and learning, and then still be open to like, all right, cool, you're that way and I'm this way, but we're
meet
here.
In the middle somewhere,
maybe
you could, you know, whatever it might be. You know, it's either yes or no, and it's always respected from what we experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, one of the positives I think of it is more like relationship wise.
Yeah,
It
that's what I was
takes
gonna
the
ask.
it
How it
takes the
affects a relationship.
yeah it takes the sexual part of the relationship. It kind of like
A whole new level.
takes the problems out of that for the most part. Like if both of people are agreeing with the lifestyle and both are happy doing it, and it's something that both the parties want to do, then it's more of like a liberal thing when it comes to the sex life. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not gonna really find out new things about a person or find out this and this that. It makes your sex life like a really an open book. You know?
Yeah,
And,
there's nothing that's off limits with us, I
yeah,
guess, in a way. And that's, I don't mean to say that in a freaky way. I mean,
yeah,
in the sense of, if this is what today your interest is, you can wake up and tell me.
yeah, exactly.
It opens up the communication for me and him, or even him, for me, accepting them completely. No matter who you're going to wake up to or what your new interest is going to be, I'm going to be willing to
Yeah,
try
it's
and
gonna be a
let you express
conversation.
that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
conversation like, hey, what if so this and this happened and this happened? What would
Hmm.
you do? Or what would you think? It's like, oh, I would just do this or this that. Okay,
Hmm.
you know, and not being afraid or
Scared to tell the truth,
scared to tell
or
the truth, or even ask the question about the other person. You know,
hmm, or
and
want that answer. Some people get scared to have the answer. Like,
mhm,
do you want to hook up with someone else? And it's like, they don't want that answer really. They know in their
yeah,
mind that there's something wrong with their sex life, but I think that they're always scared to kind of get an answer because they don't want to know, but they want it, they know.
yeah,
And that sucks.
yeah,
That's not, I don't think that should be any relationship.
yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, just for us in our experience, that's what um,
It's done.
that connection brought that out of us. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That lifestyle brought that out of us and made that. Maybe something different for
Hmm.
other people might do it, unless that would be, you know, swinging or going to, you know, those type of parties to bring it
Yeah.
out. But for us, we learned that's what did it,
It,
and made us like really honest about our past.
well, we were
You
like
know?
that. I was like that with you from before.
Mm,
I came into it very open with you because like I said in the first episode, I knew I needed to be 100% real on who exactly I am and what I want and
mm,
expect and who I am. Because like I said, I knew I was going to marry you,
yeah,
so I need to know that you accepted me fully.
yeah.
But for
But it
you, I
makes it
think you
easy
opened up more after
after that. Yeah, it
after
made it
those
easier.
experiences. Yeah.
Not after the experience, maybe just from you telling me that and
No,
us
but I
talking
mean,
about it, but that made it more comfortable for me to be able to be honest about
yeah.
certain stuff that you asked
I
for.
know you were more honest than anybody with anybody else, like as far as like some details, like secrets you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as far as like our sex life and that connection and being you opening up like super freely, I feel like after our first experience together, you
Mm-hmm.
knew it was like there was no like limits.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't you opened up even sexually more with me
yeah.
after our first hookup together.
Mm-hmm.
Because you knew, I feel like, what girls sometimes guys get scared. Oh, she says she's willing to do this, but
Then yeah,
like
when
my
you bring it
react,
up, it's a
no,
different story. Like
or
when
when
you
you
ask
do
pop
it.
yeah, yeah.
I
It
think
was
guys
like,
get scared of like, sometimes girls will do something and then have a reaction after.
mm-hmm.
But I think once you realize that I said it and mean it,
Yeah,
and it's that way,
yeah,
you opened up a lot sexually because you're like, oh, like we can go balls to the wall if we want.
yeah.
No pun intended.
Or was it?
It
You know?
definitely was not intended, but it was great.
It worked out.
Um, so I see that for you on my end. Like I think you opened up sexually more after our first party.
Mm-hmm.
But some couples aren't like that. And in our lifestyle, I think I noticed sometimes couples that one of them is only there in that party or sleeping with the other
Mm-hmm.
to save the relationship.
Or try or thinking they're saving the relationship, trying to um appease the person that they're with because they
Or
think
solve
or solve a
problems.
problem that's it's not going to work. And that's one of the negative.
I saw that article. Remember I showed you the article? I was all gassed.
Which one?
When we were in Pennsylvania, I showed you the article about how modern day swinging is going to save a relationship. That's
Oh
literally
yeah,
what the
yeah.
title was. And
No way.
yeah, that's false.
It's not gonna. It's
That
not
is
gonna work.
false.
They might put a band-aid over it for a little while,
No,
but
I don't think as someone who had to hide their life and tried to have threesomes with other partners, uh, no,
mm,
it does not appease. It does not fix. You cannot be a swinger. And first of all, you can't. You're not having a threesome. Isn't fully swinging. That's the first article problem. The second, you can't be in a relationship and think becoming a swinger or joining the lifestyle is going to fix anything if you're already having problems.
yeah,
You need to go into this lifestyle completely open, honest, and having trust. You
yeah,
can't do it while you have issues or sex issues or
Yeah.
trust issues, because there's going to be one person that feels resentful or that is having to sacrifice what they're okay with or their boundary for the sake of the other person.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you should ever be in a relationship or ever have to deal with something like that. Because if I have to compromise a huge personality trait, that just means that, you know, you don't fully accept me.
Like you
or
guys don't fit. You guys are
you're
not a good fit.
And sometimes you go apart, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But there are some couples that we've seen or experienced, or even I know, that compromise themselves, had the threesome or joined the lifestyle, and then were super uncomfortable during the threesome. Like, they were pissed after, but they can't tell their boyfriend now because they agreed to it, or that's how they think it's going to fix their relationship. But you're ruining it. You're ruining your relationship by hiding the fact that,
because the person might respond well after it happens, but you're in the back of your mind, you're like, you don't want to do it. But now the person's kind of responding different and being better in a relationship. Now you call it what we call a dulo twist.
Or sometimes it can be the fact that the relationship is shit now, and you do have a hookup, and then, you know, they end up texting the other person. There's just certain things that aren't going to fix a relationship. Exactly. Swinging is a real lifestyle for a real community of people who respect genuinely are that way. I think.
Respect that way and respect the culture.
Understand it. Yes.
You know.
Yes, there's a whole culture. Is like a hidden rule book of basic rules.
Well, are they hidden? They're not really hidden. They're not really. Well, when you go into like the atmosphere, like a party or whatever it might be,
you learn about them.
Well, those rules are written down. Though they are written down. You respect. You guys consent. Yeah, those rules.
But I meant the invisible rules as far as, like, for unicorns, they know the boundary level. They know the general rules on how to be a unicorn. For couples that swap, they know the general rules.
Yeah.
There's such, you know, you can't join the lifestyle and not.
And everybody has their own set rules inside of those rules as a couple or whatever it might be, you know.
It sounds complicated, but it's more free than that. It's so weird.
It's complicated, though. It can be complicated to a certain extent, you know. It can be, you know, because it's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of
fitting the pieces into the puzzle.
It's a lot of, like, analyzing and, you know, like putting pieces together and wondering, because, like for example,
I think it's vibes for me.
That's analytical type thing too. For example, like, people, when they meet a couple, they want to analyze the dynamic. They want to find out the dynamic first.
There's a lot of questions and talking.
Yeah, because what they really want to find out first is, like, where the power has the power. Because it's always a general, like, there's a misconception or stereotype that one person is there for the other.
It could be a stereotype.
It could be. It's pretty much a stereotype because we always go for that one who.
But no, sometimes it's not, though, because we can tell who kind of holds the power.
But then when you talk to him, they be like, "Oh, we both love it. Oh, we boom boom." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
That's the judging part I don't like.
Yeah, that's the only. But it's not really judging.
It's not judging.
It's like
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, trying to figure out who has the power, because that is going to tell you which way it's going to shift, which way things are going to shift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you kind of know what to expect and what they're okay with. But again, this comes with questions. I like in that lifestyle that nobody is scared to just openly come up to you and be like, "You're sexy." Or even, like, guys, like husbands will just walk by and tell you look nice in a dress, and it's not in an inappropriate, inappropriate, weird, creepy way like it would be anywhere else.
Yeah. So it's the smart guys. They should be like, "Hey, what do you think about her? Oh yeah, no, we'll go and let her go handle it."
So that is a lot of analyticals. You're right, because before approaching anything or anyone, you have to have a lot of, like, conversing and open communication.
There. So you watch the couple, you watch how they, you know, interact with each other. Because a lot of times, well, not a lot, but maybe sometimes, they're not necessarily a real couple. You know?
Yes, sometimes in that lifestyle,
people just match up with each other and they go all masqueraded as a couple, but they're not really a couple. So,
and they're willing to, you know, separate and do other things.
But at the same time, it's like, well, we don't do it, but obviously, but when it comes to, like, full swinging, it's almost like that's not really your partner, but you go into somebody else's partner. So it's like
no, a lot of them we've met are marriages.
Yeah, a lot of them. I didn't say
no,
most.
But there are the randoms. But that's not very common, honestly.
I know.
Those are like there's a few of those. There are,
but that's more
frequent, like recent, honestly, in the lifestyle. When I was younger going to parties, it wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
It's more so nowadays because I don't know why it's like that actually now, but it wasn't like that before. That's more of a recent thing.
Yeah. I mean, but I would probably, like, if I was single and I wanted, I would probably do it too, you know.
But before,
But I don't know.
I wouldn't do it if I was a single man. Because for
bring
what?
somebody up,
Why would you want to be a single man going to a couples retreat that are looking for women?
Not the retreat. I mean, like
Oh.
like a party or something like that, like
I
a little like the club or whatever like that.
Because there can be like a group place and they can get in on.
Yeah.
But you know,
not when it's like for couples and you go.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I don't understand the men.
I don't. Infiltration, you know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't like that part. I don't, honestly.
When
you brought that up, I don't like when they're fake couples and then they bring a man and then the single man doesn't necessarily know how to act in those scenarios.
Yeah, and the single man is like he's on a hunt, you know, for
right. And couples aren't really looking for another man.
Exactly.
Or there are some.
They do.
There are some that are open, but they're not usually just going to send you with their wives just because you're a single man.
Yeah,
they'll send you with your wife and if you're with you know what I mean. But
that's good for like when they call it the cuckolds, the guys who like to actually just watch. You know that's
party's not for them though.
Yeah, well, some are the parties that we were at. You know what I'm saying, but sometimes some are tailored for that. Single women, single men, and couples. You know.
No, yeah.
That's into that. So.
But you said
but they want to violate the infiltrators. Yeah. The infiltrators that want to come into specific nights and specific theme parties or get-togethers or whatever you want to call it, and they go in there and infiltrate, and
they don't know the rules, so they're gawking. They're kind of crossing some of the boundaries.
The rules don't even matter to them because
they don't know.
They might know, but it don't matter to them because they're not really with their real person. You know what I'm saying?
See, but I think in that case, sometimes they don't know because if they're coming in as a single man,
it's possible, but
they don't know that. To them, it's like this is all happening in front of me. These people must be like okay with everything. Men are a little bit more like A woman's gonna go in like kind of like scared and like timid to do anything too much.
Yeah.
But a single guy, I feel like they get excited and they're like, oh my God, there's just free things happening. I'm just gonna go up to her and jerk off next to her.
Yeah, but that's infiltration. And that intensifies when a person is not with a person that they got to go home to later on that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they were the person that they just brought along for the ride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not with their wife or their real girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit more out there. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more.
They're so unaware. And they're infiltrating a lifestyle, like I said, that's a little bit more comfortable and it makes them comfortable in those moments. But again, even in those scenarios, it's less weird than if you had gone to a bar and a man just jerked off next to you. Yeah. That would be like, I'd wild out.
It's over.
But if a guy does it at that party, we're just like,
he's going to jail if you do that.
You can wave your hand. You don't even have to say anything. You can wave your hand away and they literally respect the fact that you're not with it. They're going to respect that and leave you alone. And consent is another big thing, I think we learned that in that lifestyle there's a lot of communication, and I love the fact that we can talk as a couple in those moments and kind of decide what we're okay with, like oh you like that girl, or the fact that he can like look at me and be like, ooh, that girl's pretty. Okay, now I have a chase. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, she liked it.
I do. I learned that about myself, especially we went to a hotel takeover for New Year's, by the way.
Yeah.
And that was our great adventure.
It was
a swingers hotel takeover.
It was first for both of us. So to describe what a hotel takeover is basically like when a group basically locks down the whole hotel for a specific period of time. And so they have theme rooms. Yeah. Some people have theme rooms. They go in one room that has a pole.
Everybody rents. Pole. You can rent a room there, obviously.
You can rent the room and stay there for 2 days or whatever, or however long it is.
You can do one night.
For 2 days. You can do one night. Yep, you can do one night of it. So the first night was
no wait, we're describing what a hotel takeover is.
So hotel takeover.
Theme rooms. We had the pool, jacuzzi, the ballroom where the ballroom was like speed dating.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of different events geared towards our lifestyle for fun things for us. Like
they had the dirty bingo. We missed that one. We didn't get
line dancing. They celebrated people's birthdays because again, it is a community. These people know each other. A lot of them. There's different groups that you can join in different states, or just general huge known swingers groups that you can join, and it is a community. These people will be your friends. They will celebrate your birthday, and it's crazy. So we did a lot of there was so many different things. It was like itinerary planned out. It's amazing. I loved it.
So there was like a pool party where you could absolutely get completely nude in the pool, and basically everybody's in the pool in the hot tub.
Or be naked, or be dressed, or whatever you're
whatever you want to do. You go to the pool and just look. Not even get in the pool. It's hot as hell in there. You might, but you gotta take something off when you get to that little pool area because it's pretty damn hot. But
they supply snacks, food, towels. Like it is literally like you're taking over the hotel as a community. And
it's locked off, so not just a regular person can get in there.
Naked people going up and down the elevator.
This particular one was catered towards couples and single women.
Yes.
So there were no single men there, and single men weren't allowed to even walk around without their significant other.
There's general rules. It's great.
Yeah, so like one room might have a stripper pole in it. The next room might have, like spanking apparatuses.
They had sex toys.
Sex machines and all these other rooms, so.
And these people are very cleanly, by the way.
Yeah.
We are a group of people. I think there's also that misconception in our lifestyle that there's probably a lot of STDs going around and a lot of it's kind of gross. I feel like I've had that question before, like, you're not scared to get STD? And I'm like, no, we are probably the cleanest people in the world because of what we do. Frequently getting checks and, condoms, they supply.
Some of the events you have to bring results to the party.
But I feel like in this lifestyle, you are so free that you know what you're doing sexually, and you never really know, but you are safe. As a woman, I get checked very frequently.
Yeah. But at the same time, keep yourself. But they always promote condoms, and they have condoms that usually
condoms
everywhere, like free ones, like go some
female condoms they had at the hotel desk, which that's a new one. I liked that. But again, there's not a STD party. Okay, these people are clean. When they have sex toys and stripper poles, like the girl even wiped it in the middle after one person used it. Like they are so clean.
Yeah,
they're dissecting, disinfecting, and making sure we're all safe.
Yeah,
they're giving away their liquor.
Yeah,
these people, like, so seriously,
it's like
it was like a group of friends.
I like to look at it like these new age hippies. Like it's like like a new age hippie type thing. You know what I'm saying?
These people aren't selfish. This is literally the happiest group of people we've ever been around. Seriously.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. That's what I thought. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Grab a dandelion and make a wish. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. That's what I thought.